With jobs the number one issue on most people's minds, tonight we're asking two of the frontrunners how they would create more high-paying manufacturing jobs.
American manufacturers are hiring again, creating jobs for the first time since the late 1990s.
I always look for labor that are made in America. It keeps jobs in America.
U.S. companies have boosted their manufacturing capacity in other countries. Many now generate the bulk of their sales abroad.
Ask yourselves what you can do to bring jobs back to your country, and your country will do everything we can to help you succeed.
Welcome to Thailand, a place where East meets West. Here, 66.7 million are all crammed in a space just smaller than the state of Texas. The Kingdom of Thailand might be known for its lush scenery, rich culture and cuisine, and of course nightlife. But Thailand is home to much more than just tourist hotspots. It's home to at least 2.5 million workers in manufacturing. And while exports account for over half of Thailand's GDP, a significant portion of the labor force remains in agriculture. This is a sign of a developing country. According to the Human Development Index, an international scale used to rank countries according to human development, Thailand is lagging. Ranked 103 out of 187, Thailand has a long road to achieving high levels of human development. But one success story is that of Miss Molly.
This is the after washing. After wash, you see.
And the workers at Turbo Garments Limited, a small garment factory on the outskirts of Bangkok.
We are not.
Miss Molly is the marketing manager of Turbo Garments, a factory for children's clothing that opened its doors in 1990. It began with many U.S. customers.
USA. Now we do only small. Small for TK Maxx.
TJ Maxx, that is. It's only U.S. buyer left. Turbo Garments Limited employs about 130 workers total. This is down from 2,000 at the height of business. This loss is not due to Americans getting jobs back. Molly says it's because companies are wanting even cheaper labor than Thailand has to offer. Workers get paid by the day or by the number of garments produced. The average worker earning roughly $1.50 an hour.
His name is Phone.
Yes.
Phone, a 31-year-old Thai woman who has worked at Turbo Garments for 8 years. Her wage is well above minimum wage and has helped her work through school. She's now in the 12th grade and is also recently married.
How important is her job for her?
ทำงานที่เนี่ยสนุกสำคัญกับชีวิตก็ไหม
ก็สนุกค่ะพี่
Enjoy he said happy
ค่ะ
บอกกับเขาว่า happy
happy I'm really happy you're really happy ค่ะ
Phone is an example of development that trickles down to a personal level as a result of her job making clothes for American companies. But Phone isn't the only one benefiting from manufacturing jobs. Economics Affairs Officer for the United Nations, Masato Abe, says the region as a whole depends on the manufacturing sector.
You see that there are several, maybe several reasons, right? U.S. should still keep the manufacturing sector, even expanding manufacturing sector here. One issue is there's some, movement for the regional integrations. even though the Thailand itself is the smaller, okay, still small countries, okay, having the only 60 million people here. But when we see the market of Thailand's neighboring countries like ASEAN, the market is growing up in this region, and also each the member of the Asia and Pacific, the member country of the Asia and Pacific, they are trying to integrate, connect well each other to making the more integrated market.
Abe also says that in less developed countries, continued support of the manufacturing sector brings specific catalysts for development.
You see, without such an investment, the leading to the technology transfer and capital transfer, okay, and also the networking, right? To be honest, it's a bit difficult for those less developed, disadvantaged, economies to develop their own, private sectors, with the probably cultural reason and also resource, constraint and also historical background. Okay, such a the movement have been proving very useful, for the developing countries in this particular region.
But Thailand is not the only country feeling the effects of manufacturing jobs. Bangladesh, historically one of the poorest nations in the world, is now being praised by the UN for its progress in human development. According to the Human Development Report, it is tied with Cambodia for the best improver in the Asia-Pacific region over the past 2 decades. Bangladesh has seen significant improvements in life expectancy in the past 40 years, but as a result of recent natural disasters, development in Bangladesh is plateauing. Bangladesh is still in the low human development category, ranked 146 on the Human Development Index. Although one of the UN's Millennium Development Goals is to end poverty, Bangladesh is having trouble fighting it with its rapidly growing population. According to the UN's Multidimensional Poverty Index, a value that shows how poor people are across several key indicators, 57.8% of Bangladeshis are multidimensionally poor, with 49.6% of the population living on less than $1.25 a day.
Used to match in short form in a fabric with some colors, put some colors.
Amir, an assistant manager in marketing,
Be careful.
is a young Bangladeshi who moved quickly up the ranks at Zaber & Zubair Fabrics Limited, or Z&Z. The company was established as a part of Norman Textile Group in 1975 and has since given employment to over 40,000 Bangladeshis. The group is the largest textile manufacturing group in Bangladesh and is only growing with customers like Walmart, Target, and Levi's, just to name a few. Z&Z handles everything from the spinning and weaving to dyeing and processing. In 2009, the garment industry as a whole accounted for nearly 80% of the country's total exports. Despite competition from China, Bangladesh has sustained most of its manufacturing presence with competitive wages. The minimum wage is set at the equivalent of $37 a month. But it's workers like 30-year-old Shahel that benefit significantly from the growing manufacturing industry. Landing a job at Z&Z is competitive, as they typically hire older, more responsible workers. And at Z&Z, he makes... That's per month, just over 3 times the minimum wage. Shahel says it's crucial that he keep his job because he provides for his family. Manufacturing serves a definite role in the development of Bangladesh. With a surging population and low levels of education, more and more Bangladeshis are needing work that requires little or no skills. Executive Director of American Chamber of Commerce in Bangladesh, A. Ghafoor, explains why American manufacturing jobs are crucial.
So basically, in this globalized world and economy, and especially for Bangladesh with a large population, manufacturing is a big thing to create employment and to sustain the development of the country.
Ghafoor points out that manufacturing isn't just boosting the economy as a whole. Families as well as the stability of the social climate depend on manufacturing jobs.
When one person is employed, that means a family of 5 to 6, 7 people become dependent on particular one person. So if any activity that stops or reduces the manufacturing activity, and that could create some kind of social tension.
When developing countries are desperate to lift their populations out of poverty, breach a stagnant gender gap, or merely raise the standard of living, a direct cure is to give the people work. Even with wages well below Western standards, one worker can feed his household, or one woman can rise above what's expected of her.
Nice to meet you.
And these individuals are representative of the many workers in manufacturing who have watched their lives and their countries improve as a result of their jobs. Whether in Thailand, Bangladesh, or any other developing country, the bottom line is manufacturing is needed for sustaining the progress already made and for a promising future to come.